Sex, at its surface, appears physical. But beneath its primal exterior lies an intricate dance of soul, vulnerability, and ancestral longing. For many men, intimacy is not just about desire or pleasure, it's a subconscious search for something far deeper. The hunger to be seen, accepted, and chosen, even in brokenness. A man does not merely give his body during sex, he unknowingly offers fragments of his soul. Wrapped in lust and performance is a silent cry for validation, affection, and inner acknowledgement. Carl Jung, the renowned Swiss psychologist, never viewed intimacy as mere instinct. He understood it as a bridge between the conscious and unconscious mind, a sacred portal that exposes our hidden truths. Behind every seductive gesture, behind every confident move in bed, lies a fragile emotional core. A man who, perhaps as a child, yearned to be loved without having to earn it. In these deeply intimate moments, what appears as strength may actually be armor shielding a soft, wounded heart. True surrender in intimacy isn't about technique, it's about vulnerability. It's about allowing oneself to be fully seen, not only physically but emotionally and spiritually. So why do so many men feel drained after sex? Why do they wake with fatigue that no physical exhaustion can explain? It's because they offer themselves without presence, giving pieces of their soul for scraps of attention. When sex lacks emotional connection, it becomes chaotic, leaving behind confusion and emptiness. And when men continue to engage unconsciously, they enter a cycle of energetic loss, never realizing that each act can either nourish or deplete their essence. Jung taught that, what you do not make conscious will appear in your life as fate. When men fail to understand the psychological forces driving their desire, they unknowingly repeat patterns of pain. They choose partners not based on true connection, but on unresolved wounds from the past. Thus, sex becomes less about union and more about reenacting trauma. Too often, the female body is revered as a temple, while the male body is reduced to performance. But both are sacred. When two temples meet without awareness, it can create not love, but chaos. Men must begin to see their own bodies and energy as worthy of protection and discernment. Not every woman deserves access to a man's soul, especially those who are themselves disconnected, wounded, or emotionally chaotic. In such cases, sex becomes a portal for energetic contamination, a silent transfer of unresolved trauma and emotional baggage. The man may leave the encounter more confused, more fatigued, and less himself than when he entered. And the worst part? He often doesn't even know why. He mistook intensity for love, chaos for connection, and performance for worthiness. True intimacy begins with the courage to look inward. It requires a man to dismantle the theater of strength and access his raw, authentic presence, the part of him that does not need to impress or please to feel loved. It means facing his own shadow, the buried fears, the hunger for approval, the desperation to be chosen. When a man does not love himself, he becomes a shape-shifter. He tries to be everything to everyone, bending over backwards for affection, only to be overlooked and rejected. His excessive kindness masks deep pain. He's not truly loving, he's pleading for validation. And when that validation doesn't come, frustration builds. He may idealize a woman, turning her into a savior, a mother, a goddess, only to resent her when she fails to fill the void he carries inside. It is not her fault, the emptiness was never hers to heal. No external love can fill an internal abyss. Healing begins when a man chooses himself. When he understands that true worth is not something earned through sex or approval, but something awakened from within. Sacred sexuality arises when presence replaces performance. When listening replaces proving. When connection replaces conquest. Intimacy, then, becomes a spiritual act, a mirror reflecting not just the other person but oneself. The body becomes an oracle, revealing emotional truths long buried. And in that silence, beyond words and technique, the real man emerges, not the armored performer, but the soulful being beneath. To reach that level of consciousness, men must stop offering themselves to those who cannot truly see them. They must recognize that sex is not a game, it is a ritual. Every encounter is either a step toward healing or a descent into deeper fragmentation. So the question remains, how many times have you given yourself away, believing it was just lust, only to feel more lost afterward? The answer may sting, but it is also your freedom. Because now you know. Now you understand. And now you can choose differently. Not every woman deserves your energy. Protect your temple. Choose presence. Choose depth. Choose yourself. Because when you do, you stop searching to be chosen, and start becoming the man you were meant to be.